The XR files are protected by the data lockdown system and are only for authorized users. Anyone who is unauthorized will be arrested or shot dead. The following files are heavily censored for homeland security purposes. The information contained within may be censored, redacted, and restricted to those without prior permission from the Department of Homeland Security.
Databank file. Redacted. Facility number. Redacted. IDN 000-001. Name. LCO Hunter. Classification. Redacted. Containment procedures. Redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense. Description. A Panthera Leo, lion, with red camo pants, black top and red bulletproof vest. Carries small arsenal of weapons: 2 katanas, 2 10mm pistols, a combat knife and a Mk3 tri-laser rifle. Last known location. Rachel, Nevada, USA. Refer to the IRS report, reference 001, document 0053. For details related to discovery. Reference. U.S. government tracked down Hopeville and sent inhabitants to Big MT cryo storage for testing. 200 years later, subject escapes and goes to war against NCR by claiming the Nevada state for himself. Pushing both Caesar's Legion and NCR out of the state by overpowering both at Hoover Dam. Databank number 002. Facility number. Not applicable. IDN 000-002. Name SLCO clause. Object class. Terminated. Containment procedures. Subject is terminated. Description. A Canis lupus, gray wolf, with lower jaw ripped off and replaced with a bear trap. Wears a tattered green IRS uniform, carries a 9mm pistol. Location. Mojave Desert, Nevada, USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 002, document 0054, for details related to discovery. Reference. On April 20, 2281, subject was released from cryo status at Big MT by LCO Hunter 000-001 to fight at Hoover Dam. Databank file 003. Facility number not applicable. IDN 000-003. Name SLCO Bone Strike. Classification Class 4. Containment procedures. Redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense. Description. A Canis lupus, gray wolf, with green camo pants. Weapons include AM-16 assault carbine and a 10mm pistol. Subject also has a plasma-type power that has lead to half of the moon getting obliterated. Location. Mojave Desert, Nevada, USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 003, document 0055, for details related to discovery. Reference. On April 20, 2281, subject was released from cryo status at Big MT by leading commanding officer Hunter to fight at Hoover Dam. Databank file 004. Facility number not applicable. IDN 000-004. Name Sharpshooter Star. Classification Class 1. Containment procedures. Redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense. Description. A Canis lupus, gray wolf, with green combat armor and gray duster, carries a .308 sniper rifle. Location. Rocky Mountains IRS Outpost, Foxtrot, Utah, USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 004, document 0056, for details related to discovery. Reference. U.S. government tracked down Hopeville and sent inhabitants to Big MT cryo storage for testing. 200 years later, she is released by LCO Hunter to fight at Hoover Dam, later being assigned to Outpost Foxtrot in the Rocky Mountains. Bank file 005. Facility number not applicable. IDN 000-012. Name. LCOS Scar. Classification. Class 4. Containment procedures. Redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense. Description. A Canis lupus, gray wolf, with Mk3 Death Trooper combat armor. Weapons include a Mk3 tri-laser rifle. Subject commands the IRSAF space carrier fleet aboard his flagship, the Star Wolf. Last known location. Milky Way galaxy, deep space. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 005, document 0057, for details related to discovery. Reference. On March 10, 2285, subject was released from cryo status at Big MT by LCO Hunter to command the newly established space carrier fleet and the IRSAF Space Command after the defeat of Storm. Databank file 006. Facility number not applicable. IDN 000-015. Name. Apex. Classification. Terminated. Containment procedures. Subject is terminated. Description. A Canis Infernum, Hellhound, with Apex Steel combat riot armor. Carries a Mk2 auto assault laser rifle and commands the Apex army throughout the underworld. Location. Hell Gate, Underworld. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 006 Document 0058, for details related to discovery. Reference. On July 8, 2286, subject surrendered to the IRS after a 3-week stalemate where the Apex Army suffered massive casualties against the IRS Death Trooper Unit 354. Apex surrendered to the IRS to prevent further casualties and was integrated into the IRS databank file 007. Facility number not applicable. IDN 000-038. Name. SGC Shadows. Classification. Class 2. Containment procedures. Upon failure to defend a Stargate or its subsequent destruction, subject is in a weakened state. By using the Book of Gatekeepers, see reference 007 document 0059 for further information. Summon him back into the book subsequently containing the subject until summoned again. Description. A Canis lupus, gray wolf, with stolen NCR Ranger combat armor and gray tattered cloak that covers his horrifically burnt face. Has a mechanized leg due to it being missing due to his role as a gatekeeper of the Stargate. Subject is immortal, however is not authorized to carry weapons. This however can be voided if the Stargate he is protecting is under attack. He can use dark plasma bolts summoned in his hand. However, if this is an ineffective, SG-1 Hopeful has a manual 50 calories mounted machine gun at a turret station 900 yards from the Stargate entrance he can use. Location. IRS Hopeful Military Base, Nevada, USA, Stargate 1 Command Center, Earth. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 007 Document 0060, for details related to discovery. Reference. Ref 007 Document 0059 Book of Gatekeepers. The Book of Gatekeepers is a large leather-bound book with the SG symbols burnt into the front cover, roughly 90 centimeters thick, with pages and locked with a titanium padlock. This book contains the past, present and future gatekeepers along with the means to summon them. Ref 007 Document 0060 Discovery details. Subject was found guarding the construction site of SG-1, and when the Stargate exploded remained at the site, however he was horrifically burnt. He stood his ground, killing the NCR soldiers who attacked. He took the NCR Ranger armor and replaced his leg with some rebar, before using a cloak from a bit of old carpet to protect him from the sun boiling his flesh and helping out with the search party finding bodies. He is sworn to protect the Stargate at all costs and has done countless times. Databank file 008. Facility number not applicable. IDN 000-358. Name CMO Hijack. Classification. Class 3. Containment procedures. If subject becomes hostile, procedures are to shut down subject by using a EMP shock, immobilizing them. Description. A protogen, possibly a Canis lupus, gray wolf, with a black outer shell and IRSAF symbol on chest plate, often uses AK-47 when available. Other variations include its original paint job of red and silver with CCCP in white letters on the shoulder plate crossed out with black spray paint. Location. IRSAF Space Carrier Star Wolf. Refer to the Soviet Inventory Manifesto, Ref 008 Document 0061, for details related to creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 008 Document 0062, for details related to recovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 008 Document 0063, for details related to discharge. Refer to the 911 Emergency Police report, Ref 008 Document 0064, for details related to previous activity. Refer to the Shark Wolves radio broadcast, Pirate Bay Radio 103.1 FM initial boot up sequence, Ref 008 Document 0065, for details related to current location. References. The Soviet Inventory Manifesto, Ref 008 Document 0061, for details related to creation. Made from spare parts from a mad Soviet bioscientist. Dr. Reznov Demikov created a protogen to show his skills and to be used as a propaganda broadcasting prototype just before the collapse of the USSR. Hijack never saw usage as he was shut down and forgotten in an abandoned World War II surplus disposal yard, and then sold to an American war collector sitting in his collection warehouse for the next 300 years. The IRS report, Ref 008 Document 0062, for details related to recovery. The IRS was desperately hoarding technology for themselves before the Brotherhood of Steel arrival at Boston Airport. They discovered the protogen, then recovered and repaired the protogen, then the IRS equipped Hijack for deep space travel, sending him out with one of the first few construction crews going to FireRock. The IRS report, Ref 008 Document 0063, for details related to discharge. Comlink engineer and IRSAF Space Marine Hijack is getting discharged from the IRS with full military honors alongside some of the oldest and longest serving IRS death troopers. Not even the IRS Stargate Engineer Corps could reprogram his Soviet programming that was attempting to override its organic brain. Therefore, to prevent damage to property or loss of life, Hijack was discharged before he became a issue. The 911 Emergency Police Report, Ref 008 Document 0064, for details related to previous activity. IRSPD police officers respond to a civilian 911 emergency phone call in the southern zone of FireRock. Upon arrival, police find 3 dead corpses of known street thugs of a small-time criminal gang. Reviewing CCTV footage, officers see a protogen getting assaulted with a tire iron cracking his visor. The protogen then killed 2 of the thugs with a single slice to the back of their spines before pouncing on the fleeing thug and slicing his throat open, almost decapitating him. The suspect then ventured along the southern coast of FireRock Harbor until boarding a barge to the Shark Wolf-free state. Police closed the investigation, citing that the suspect acted in self-defense and he was no longer in their jurisdiction even if they wanted to do something. The Shark Wolves radio broadcast Pirate Bay Radio 103.1 FM initial boot up sequence, Ref 008 Document 0065, for details related to current location. Civilians sighted Hijack in the boat slums, ready to end it all, about to allow his programming to take control. He was approached by Sharkbite of all people and offered a job as a radio communications officer on the oil platform the boat slums surround. Hijack agreed, and thus Pirate Bay Radio was established. However, without upgrades to the transmitter, the signal can only reach the southern zone and the Skyfall Empire. Listeners note that his programming and mental state is rapidly eroding, oftentimes spouting out communist propaganda before forcefully resetting himself so his brain can stay in control. But it's only a matter of time before he is fully corrupted by the programming or shuts himself off. Databank file 009. Facility number not applicable. IDN 001-045. Name HSC Firewall. Classification Class 4. Containment procedures. Redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Security. Description: a Canis lupus gray wolf with a black tactical vest and red camo pants. Weapons: Incold 12-gauge riot shotgun or alternatively a AK-47. Is the head of IRS Security and County Commander of the IRS Department of Homeland Security alongside Lockdown, the original commander. Location: FireRock High Courts, IRS Department of Homeland Security. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 009 Document 0066, for details related to discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 009 Document 0067, for details related to Earth redeployment. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 009 Document 0068, for details related to FireRock redeployment. References. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 009 Document 0066, for details related to discovery. Subject was found in redacted settlement near the ruins of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA that was being attacked by NCR troopers as part of the NCR expansion into Nevada. The IRS, formed out of Generation 1 Wolf troopers and former Las Vegas police officers, fought off the NCR and rescued 17 cubs from the whole settlement, which was now on fire. The IRS trained the cubs to fight and defend themselves before letting them join the Wolf troopers. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 009 Document 0067, for details related to Earth redeployment. After advancing from Wolf trooper to prison officer, Firewall spent his spare time hijacking computers, eventually defending the IRS computer network adjacent DedSec, the Institute and the railroad. He was upgraded to cybersecurity officer, where he then developed the IRS firewall network and Comlink, a secure communications network made by the IRS using old USAF satellites and communications arrays alongside new IRS Comlink towers and radio communications arrays. He later was promoted to head security commander by LCO Hunter. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 009 Document 0068, for details related to FireRock redeployment. After Earth's destruction, most of the IRS disbanded due to the fact that they lost nearly everything. Those who found their way to Firerock joined the IRS again or settled into civilian life on Firerock. Since Firewall was now out of the job, Hunter gave him a new one as a co-commander for the IRS Department of Homeland Security alongside HSCF Lockdown, who was on Firerock already. Databank file 010. Facility number not applicable. IDN 002-201. Name MED Clawtooth. Classification terminated. Containment procedures. Subject is terminated. Description: a Canis lupus gray wolf with a black tactical vest and white medic lab coat. Weapons include a Mk1 laser rifle. Subject was a former medical officer for the IRS before switching to Storm. Updated description: a Canis lupus gray wolf in light black combat armor with the Storm insignia on the chest plate and a dark blue combat flight suit. Location: Storm aircraft freighter crash site, Colorado, USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 010 document 0067, for details related to traders. Refer to the Storm Uplink report, Ref 010 document 068, for details related to Storm's uprising. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 010 document 0069, for details related to Storm's downfall. References: the IRS report, Ref 010 document 0067, for details related to traders. During the NCR counter-attack on Hopeville, we have gained the attention that we have some deserters. The list is as follows: Iron Sights, long-distance sniper, IDN 173-032. Cyan, sharpshooter, number redacted. Frost, close combat specialist, number redacted. Death Wing, IRSAF pilot, number redacted. Red Wing, IRSAF pilot, number redacted. Cyberhound units A3, A24, A44, B2, B3, B4, B55, F3, F9, F34, and the whole of the E-class units. Death Troopers, number 134058, number 144060, number 144140, number 144150, number 144158, number 154160, and number 154161. Medical Officer Clawtooth IDN 002-201. Security Assistant, Jaguar Blade, number redacted. And Commanding Officer Kangaroo, number redacted. All of the mentioned are traitors to the IRS and should be shot on sight. Refer to the Storm Uplink report, Ref 010 document 0068, for details related to Storm uprising. Storm Uplink report 50C. Ever since the airships were shot down, morale has been at all-time low and diseases and suicides at all-time high. But now IRS medical officer came by and helped us out, then became our new leader. We will repair some of the APC ready to take the nearby base IRSAF Silverbell and fix the gunship so we can attack bigger bases. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 010 document 0069, for details related to Storm downfall. Storm attempted to assault Silverbell Airbase. They failed their attempts. Amongst the dead is one of the traitors, medical officer Clawtooth. We have scrapped their gunship and retrofitted it for space travel. We named it IRSAF Gunship, Silverbell's Revenge. It will be ready to serve the IRSAF Space Command in 2 days. A databank file 011. Facility number not applicable. IDN 002-999. Name: Wolf Trooper. Classification: Class 1. Containment procedures: lethal force is authorized for disobedience, cowardice, or hostile actions on friendly units by order of the IRS Department of Homeland Security. Description: a masked cloned Canis lupus gray wolf with a green IRS jumpsuit, sometimes, although rarely, they are issued with green light combat armor. Their weapons include a standard issue M16 assault carbine and 9mm pistol. However, this equipment is subject to change depending on region and area they are deployed. They all have a barcode at the back of their heads identifying their clone batch number, unit, and regional codes. For example, Wolf Troopers made on Earth at Big MT would get the code B049-06-02-2282-Earth-BMT. If one Wolf Trooper is disobedient, the whole batch code is recalled for redeployment and is then subsequently terminated due to them all being clones from one batch of Wolf Trooper. Location: not applicable. The Wolf Troopers are the lowest rank in the IRS. They are equipped with a green jumpsuit, combat helmet, and AM-16 assault rifle. However, Most of the Wolf Troopers don't even get this, as they are seen as disposable cannon fodder by some sergeants because they are cloned by the thousands daily, mostly originating from Big MT. However, due to their lack of mental defense, they easily persuaded and often clumsy. All clone Wolf Troopers have a barcode at the back of their necks identifying the batch, date, location and area. There is currently 4 locations where Wolf Troopers are made: Big MT Labs, B049-06-02-2282-Earth-BMT, IRS Hopeville Military Base, B049-06-02-2282-Earth-HMB Pokemon World Former Team Rocket Mewtwo Cloning Labs, B064-12-07-1998-PKMN-MCL and on Firerock at the Firerock Central Zone Labs, WT299-A1, 02-0102-Firerock-CZL. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 011 Document 0070, for details related to their creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 011 Document 0071, for details related to their usage. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 011 Document 0072, for details related to their estimated lifespan. Reference: IRS report, Ref 011 Document 0070, for details related to their creation. The creation of the Wolf Trooper comes from one of 50 original Wolf Troopers who are clones of the original in bulk quantities from one of 4 sites: Big MT, Hopeville Military Base, Pokemon Cloning Labs and Firerock Central Zone Labs. These are the lowest ranking soldier in the IRS military outside of civilian ranks. IRS report, Ref 011 Document 0071, for details related to their usage. The usage of the Wolf Trooper range from frontline disposable cannon fodder to low-risk site security. They don't often last longer than 15 hours on the front lines, and so they are cloned by the thousands daily, mostly originating from Big MT. However, these Wolf Troopers lack of mental defense, they easily persuaded and often clumsy. IRS report, Ref 011 Document 0072, for details related to their estimated lifespan. The lifespan of a Wolf Trooper organically outside of combat is 50 to 80 years. However, in combat they range from 15 hours to 7 days. This is because they are not often given equipment, since they are likely to get mowed down by machine gun fire or getting stomped on by the heavy machinery charging with them. Since they don't often retire, they are cloned, given training and then sent to die. Databank File 012. Facility number not applicable. IDN 003-009. Name: Death Trooper. Classification: Class 3. Containment procedures: lethal force is authorized for disobedience, cowardice, or hostile actions on friendly units by order of the IRS Department of Homeland Security. Death Troopers can be terminated by the weak spot at the neck below the back of their helmets. This does not apply to Death Trooper Variant Riot Division, Elite Death Troopers, XR4 Facility Death Troopers and the MK4 Death Troopers. Description: there are currently 26 Death Trooper variations. These include the MK1 Death Trooper, MK2 Death Trooper, MK3 Death Trooper, MK4 Death Trooper, Riot Division Death Trooper, Death Trooper Guard, Medical Death Trooper, Bone Troopers, Cyber Death Troopers, Advanced Death Troopers, Dark Death Troopers, Darkness Lion Death Troopers, Darkness Lion Death Trooper Guard, Titan Death Troopers, X-01 Titan Death Troopers, Winterized Death Troopers, Snow Troopers, Shock Troopers, Elite Death Troopers, High Lion Guard Death Troopers, IRSAF Death Troopers, IRSAF Space Command Death Troopers, Deep Space Death Troopers, Space Marine Death Troopers, Naval Death Troopers and IRSPD Death Troopers. The MK1 and MK2 Death Troopers are masked cloned Canis lupus, Grey Wolf, Wolf Troopers who have served long enough with the IRS to advance to the ranks of Death Trooper. The MK1 version of the Death Trooper is severely outclassed by the MK2, however they share the same armor platform. Crafted from wasteland scrap metal and scavenged car parts smelted down and crudely built into plated armor by hand. The armor is uncomfortable and bulky but offers strong protection against small arms fire from medium range. They are equipped with whatever they can find, often looting corpses for guns and ammo. IDN 003-009. Rank: Death Trooper. DT. Classification: Class 2. The MK3 Death Trooper armor offers extremely advanced protection and user comfort compared to its predecessor, the MK2. These help keep the Death Trooper alive, also being the first mass-produced Death Trooper armor, allowing the whole of the IRS to retire the MK2 quickly and efficiently. The Mk3 is made from titanium alloy and is significantly lighter than their wasteland steel counterpart. The new look also allows the IRS brand image to strike fear into both civilians and enemies. The red paint and imposing stance makes them noticeable on the battlefield and often the last thing you'll ever see. Due to the widespread use of the Mk3 armor, other branches of Death Trooper units use this across the galaxy. It offers strong protection against laser fire and small arms and medium protection against rifle fire at short range. They are equipped with the Mk3 tri-laser rifle, coming in different variations like standard, single shot, semi-auto and full auto, with a range of attachments like scopes and laser sight. IDN 003-009. Rank: Death Trooper. DT. Classification: Class 2. The Mk4 Death Troopers are the newest Death Trooper and the most advanced in defense within the IRS Death Trooper ranks. These Death Troopers are no longer made from the mass-cloned Wolf Trooper ranks. Instead, they are made purposely in the Firerock Central Zone labs, outclassing the Mk3 in defense and weight, and made from titanium and Kevlar mix with aluminium joint hinges. This is the lightest and strongest model in contrast to the over versions. This version is not painted the standard red paint job, instead it is painted black. However, the paint can be customized to suit the environment. These versions have only seen use in the harsh cold north of Firerock and on Withergate, but offer strong protection against elemental extremes like hot and cold weathers, and provides a range of strong protection against laser fire and rifle fire at close to medium range. They are equipped with a Mk3 auto laser rifle and a 10mm pistol, but some prefer to use AK-47 or M16 assault rifles. IDN 003-009. Rank: Death Trooper. DT. Classification: Class 2. The IRS Riot Division Death Troopers are Mk3 and Mk4 Death Troopers who have been called out of regular service to serve in the IRS Riot Division Death Trooper unit led by the IRSPD and the IRS Department of Homeland Defense. These Death Troopers often engage in swatting, house raids, hostile takeovers and riot control. They will supplement or replace the IRSPD on Firerock in cases of enemy invasion, martial law and mass public disorder. But when Firerock is calm, they are called up by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense to serve as border guards along the coast of Fire Edge, or get sent out to control riots in IRS-occupied areas to remind rebels who's in charge. They can often be spotted out from the standard Death Troopers by the IRS Department of Homeland Security seal on the shoulder guard or chestplate and the black paint job. They are often equipped with a 10mm pistol, security batons and riot shields. They often ditch the batons and shields in favor of their standard issue Mk3 auto assault laser rifle using live ammo. IDN 003-012. Rank: Riot Division Death Trooper. RDT. Classification: Class 2. The Death Trooper Guard are Mk2 and Mk3 Death Troopers and are chosen out because they are weaker than the rest of their unit. They are assigned to guard places of low to medium security risk like non-active combat zones, peaceful borders and small supply dumps. They are assigned alongside Wolf Troopers to make the Wolf Troopers look more stronger than they actually are. They are equipped with a standard issue Mk3 laser rifle and security baton. These are often some of the most boring jobs in the whole galaxy, but nobody is watching, so they sometimes allow goods across the borders like chocolate and dragon eggs, both of which is in short supply and a rarity. The guards make more allowing them across than they do getting paid to guard the areas. IDN 003-011. Rank: Death Trooper Guard. GDT. Classification: Class 1. The Medical Death Troopers are medical officers or combat medics who are suited in a specialized version of the Mk3 Death Trooper armor. This armor is modified to carry medical supplies and is painted white with a red cross on it to signify they are a medic. This paint job makes them easy targets not to miss for anyone. Therefore, the armor is twice as thick as standard Death Trooper armor. The official rules are no medics are allowed to carry weapons, but this doesn't apply to anywhere during combat. So the medics are equipped with a handheld combat chainsaw, a short double-barreled shotgun and a Tesla coil rifle adapted from their defibrillator. This is their assigned weaponry from the quartermaster. However, medics are allowed to carry any weapons they like because they operate outside of standard Death Trooper regulations. IDN 003-011. Rank: Medical Death Trooper. MDT. Classification: Class 1. Bone Troopers are specially selected Mk3 Death Troopers who undergo extra training to serve SLCO Bone Strike in duties like specialist missions and personal security. The bones that coat their armor are from the dragon they kill to get into the rank of bone trooper. The more bones on the armor, the higher the rank. The weapons they are assigned is the Mk3 laser assault rifle. However, this weapon is heavily modified to suit the user specifications like long-range scope or dragon bone stock. IDN 003-013. Rank Bone Trooper. BDT. Classification Class 3. Cyber Death Troopers or Mk3 Death Troopers. However, these are extremely skilled wolf troopers who have lost their limbs in combat, and since a small wound won't get you out of your service, they are replaced with cybernetic implants and equipped with Mk2 Death Trooper armor. The lucky ones get Mk3. They are then sent back out as Cyber Death Troopers in a new unit. These are expected to be cannon fodder alongside regular wolf troopers, but some manage to break the lines and take the enemy stronghold, so they are used in groups to try and pierce the weak points. Their assigned weapon is the Mk3 laser rifle. However, sometimes their arms are replaced with close-range buzzsaws or heavy chain gun assault rifles. IDN 003-014. Rank Cyber Death Trooper. CDT. Classification Class 1. The Advanced Death Troopers are the most advanced in the Mk2 Death Trooper ranks of the IRS. They don't work in the normal ranks as they are a small selection hidden from the rest. The Advanced Death Troopers work in 8 teams of 500 for quick and confusing assaults on the enemies. They are also equipped differently. They use a laser RCW or light machine gun and wear the lightweight Mk2 Death Trooper armor. Due to the lack of equipment, they have more agility than the regular Death Troopers. The Advanced Death Troopers are split into 2 groups: Kamikaze Assault Groups and Black Ops Infiltrator Groups. IDN 127-773. Rank Advanced Death Trooper. ADT. Classification Class 2. The Dark Death Troopers are mindless zombies of former wolf troopers and death troopers who have been infected with the dark zombie virus. They are strapped down and screwed into Mk1 and Mk2 Death Trooper armor. Some are equipped with timed bombs and some with spiky bits. They are then boxed up and airdropped on a target location they want to infect or clear out, like a military base or urban sprawl. By the time the normal Death Troopers arrive, the area would be cleared out of people either torn to shreds, evacuated, or turned. They then move in and exterminate the surviving zombies and recapture or terminate the Dark Death Troopers. IDN 200-001. Rank Dark Death Troopers. DDT. Classification Class 3. Darkness Lion Death Troopers are Death Troopers donated by Hunter to Darkness Lion as a tribute for trade of dark energon and oil to continue to be mined from Dark Island. These Death Troopers are Mk3 Death Troopers in the colors of the Darkness Lion coat of arms and carry a dark plasma rifle. IDN 200-004. Rank Darkness Lion Death Troopers. DLDT. Classification Class 1. Darkness Lion Death Trooper Guards are Darkness Lion Death Troopers who have served the IRS and the Darkness Lion Kingdom well. Therefore, they can have the choice to become part of the Darkness Lion Guard and guard the Blackstone Castle and Quarry. If they accept, Darkness Lion infuses them with some of his power so he can remote control them anytime he likes. This overtake is obvious as large crystals poke outwards of their backs like hedgehogs. However, this is an honor for the guards, as this shows that they have gained the honor and trust of the Darkness Lion and serves him. IDN 200-004. Rank Darkness Lion Death Trooper Guard. DLDTG. Classification Class 3. The Titan Death Troopers are the IRS elite Mk3 Death Troopers who can skillfully pilot aircraft and construction equipment. This allows them to qualify to become a Titan pilot. A large mech which is an extension of themselves because it uses their nervous system to pilot the mech. They are equipped with a 50 caliber bayoneted machine gun often found on naval ships. IDN 251-220. Rank Titan Death Trooper. TDT. Classification Class 3. The X-01 Titan Death Troopers are prototype mech suits developed by the IRS to replace standard tanks. Piloted by the best Titan Death Trooper pilots, their Titan mechs are upgraded to the classified X-01 edition. Their soldier files are wiped along with their whole neural network and brain. Their full mental power is used to control the mech, and thus wolf and machine becomes one. The X-01 air scene is ungodly and ruthless. But nobody knows what really has happened to the pilot. Not even the pilot themselves know. Even if they did, it wouldn't affect them as it's all gone. Including emotions. IDN 251-221. Rank X-01 Titan Death Trooper. TDT-X. Classification Class 4. Winterized Death Troopers are Mk3 Death Trooper units that have been adapted for the harsh cold north of Fire Rock by reinforcing the armor, installing internal heaters, and adding additional padding. This makes the armor thicker and more resistant to the cold weather and bullets from rifles at medium range. The weapons assigned to the Winterized Death Troopers are not the standard issue laser rifles, as it would give away their location and be useless in the cold weather. Therefore they useth Mk3 Dark Plasma Rifle, which burns hotter than the atmosphere around it, or ballistic weapons like the light machine gun. The armor is painted in white or digital Arctic camo. IDN 295-387. Rank: Winterized Death Trooper. DTW Classification: Class 2. Snow Troopers are Mk3 Death Trooper units, however instead Snowhounds are trained to become Death Troopers. These Snowhounds cannot advance ranks because they are not Grey Wolves. They are assigned alongside Winterized Death Troopers but are below them in rank due to their species. Their weapons include the Mk3 Dark Plasma Rifle or the light machine gun. The armor is painted in white or digital Arctic camo. IDN 295-386. Rank: Snowtrooper. SDT. Classification: Class 2. Shock Troopers are Mk2 Death Troopers trained in electrical combat. Their armor is modified to allow high electrical currents to pass through it, and it is painted black and yellow so they can be easily picked out from normal Death Troopers. They are assigned in units to attack strongholds, quickly charging them. Their assigned weapons is the Tesla Rifle and the Light Automatic Plasma Rifle. IDN 300-767. Rank: Shock Trooper. SDT. Classification: Class 3. Led by Dark Claw, the elite Death Troopers are the best Death Troopers. However, they are not deployed on the front lines and instead are deployed in small units for IRS, Homeland Defense, or go on secret missions. They take orders from the leaders of the Death Trooper Elite or Hunter directly. They are equipped with black Mk3 Death Trooper armor and carry a Mk3 Plasma Rifle. Z-SARES, a powerful upgrade to the standard Mk3 laser rifle. IDN 882-732. Rank: Elite Death Trooper. EDT. Classification: Class 4. High Lion Guard Death Troopers are specially selected from the ranks of the Elite Death Troopers to guard the borders between Fire Edge and Central Fire Rock to stop anyone entering Fire Edge. These are the most loyalist and experienced Death Troopers in the IRS and are under direct orders from the High Lion Guard commander and the High Lion himself to protect them at all costs. They are equipped in black Mk3 Death Trooper armor with the High Lion coat of arms and equipped with the Mk3 Auto Assault Tri-Laser Rifle. IDN 775-774. Rank: High Lion Guard Death Trooper. HLG-D Classification: Class 4. IRSAF Death Troopers are standard Mk3 Death Troopers who have been trained in air combat with the IRSAF. They fly fighter jets and vertibirds alongside the Griffin bombers and Dragon flyers. They wear red Death Trooper armor with the IRSAF insignia on their chestplate. They carry the Mk3 laser rifle and a 10mm pistol. IDN 872-445. Rank: IRSAF Death Trooper. AF-DT. Classification: Class 2. IRSAF Space Command Death Troopers are Mk3 Death Troopers who wear black Mk3 Death Trooper armor with the IRSAF Space Command insignia on their chestplates and shoulder guards. They are mainly formed of Canis lupus, Grey Wolf, Death Troopers. However, Dragons, Protogons, and Griffins also serve in the IRSAF Space Command and have their armor specially crafted to suit them. They are equipped with a Mk3 Auto Assault Tri-Laser Rifle and a handheld chainsaw. However, loadouts are specialized for each trooper. So some will have laser RCW and others will have tri-heavy laser machine guns. They are also assigned a ballistic weapon when landing upon planets due to the fact that bullets are affected by gravity and velocity. They wouldn't work in space. These weapons are riot shotguns, 10mm pistols, and light 50 caliber machine guns. They see heavy combat fighting in both space and hostile planets and so have the honors of retirement after 15 Earth years of service in space. However, they can choose to continue their service as time and gravity can warp in space and planets, making it go faster or slower than it actually is. IDN 599-128. Rank: Space Death Trooper. SCDT. Classification: Class 3. Deep Space Death Trooper, also known as the One-Way Scouts or Mk3 Death Troopers who wear black Mk3 Death Trooper armor with the IRSAF Space Command insignia on their chestplates and shoulder guards. They are mainly formed of Canis lupus, Grey Wolf, Death Troopers, as the Dragons, Protogons, and Griffins are too volatile to loose on these types of missions. They are equipped with a 10mm pistol and a handheld chainsaw. These death troopers are sent out ahead of the main space carrier fleet to scout and provide guidance through asteroid belts. They are at high risk of death due to their only protection is a laser cannon mounted on the underside of the scouting ship. It is infamously hard to control and aim. Over 5,000 deep space death troopers have died from meteorite strikes and ship malfunctions, but they have saved millions of more lives. IDN 599-129. Rank: Deep Space Death Trooper. DSDT. Classification: Class 3. Space Marine Death Troopers are the highest rank of Death Trooper in the IRSAF Space Command due to their extreme skills and bravery. They wear the Mk4 Death Trooper armor in black with the IRSAF Space Command insignia on their chestplate and shoulder guards, however their shoulder guards are red with a gold border. They are equipped with a Mk3 Heavy Assault Tri-Laser Machine Gun, a handheld chainsaw, and a sidearm of their choice. Along with this, every 15 years they continue to serve in outer space. They get a new medal every 15 years. Bronze, 30 years silver, 45 years gold and 60 years diamond. In the unlikely event they make it to 100 years, they are given the Golden Paw Medal, one of the highest achieving reward given in the IRS. The medal acknowledges their contribution, skill and bravery in their line of service and defense and will honor them greatly with wealth, soldiers, land and custom equipment. In addition to this, if they die, their body is recovered and buried in the Fire Rock National Memorial Park by the white marble pillar in the middle, representing all of the conflicts within the history of the IRS. IDN 599-130. Rank: Space Marine Death Troopers. SMDT. Classification: Class 3. Naval Death Troopers are the smallest group of death troopers within the IRS ranks. They are made of Canis lupus, gray wolf, and Canis lupus galiocerto cuvier, shark wolf. Since regular death trooper armor would sink, the Mk3 death trooper armor was modified to be as lightweight as possible to avoid the naval death troopers drowning at sea. The armor plating inside of the armor as well as all the padding and limb armor was removed, leaving only the chestplate, shoulder guards and lower armor. Then the insides of the armor was filled with foam, allowing the armor to act as a type of life jacket. Their weapons range from a AK-47 to a harpoon gun. The Naval Death Troopers are often assigned Coast Guard patrol and warship crewmen. IDN 888-241. Rank: IRS Navy Death Trooper. NDT. Classification: Class 2. IRSPD Death Troopers are sometimes referred to as the Fire Rock Police Department or Death Troopers selected at random to be demoted from military operations of the IRS and serve Fire Rock in the police forces. They are categorized into 4 units and 3 zone districts. These are Patrol, Response, Special and Riot, and the zones included are North Zone, Central Zone and Southern Zone. Some of the patrol units use scavenged police cars from Earth's police department. These include the Crown Vic from the NYPD and the Interceptor from the LAPD. Both have been repainted in the Fire Rock Police Department colors, however it is obvious where they are from. Those departments that get higher fundings can afford the Empire Motors Tailgater Police Interceptor, Capture Pole C Interceptor and the Crown King. These were built on Fire Rock especially for police departments by Empire Motors. The response units respond to normal call-outs like public disorder and domestic violence, and the Riot Division is enforced exclusively by the IRS Department of Homeland Security by the specially trained Riot Division Death Troopers. The last unit is the Specialized Unit. This unit only responds to requests by the IRS Department of Homeland Security, the Bank of Fire Rock and the Fire Edge Zone. They often don't take prisoners. The 3 zones they operate in are the North Zone, Fire Rock Northern Rangers, IRSPD North Zone, the Central Zone IRSPD, Fire Rock Police Department, and the Southern Zone IRSPD South Zone, Southern Zone Police Department, SFPD. They are not allowed within the Dark Islands, Dark Guard of Darkness Lion, Fire Edge Zone, High Lion Guards, Shark Wolves Free States, Shark Wolves, IRS Coast Guard, Apex Security, Eornsites Protection Limited, Darklands Federation Private Security Consultants, and the Skyfall Empire, Irsaf, Skyfall Police, Darklands Federation Private Security Consultants. As each of these areas are under strict military control or have their own security or police forces. The IRSPD is often in competition with other forces like Apex Security. Operations terminated under the Apex Abolishment ACT under the Department of Homeland Security. Eornsites Protection Limited and Darklands Federation Private Security Consultants. Their weapons include a 10mm pistol, security baton, M16 assault rifle and the 12-gauge semi-auto shotgun. IDN 357-000. Rank: Death Trooper Police Officer. DTPD. Classification. Class 1. Databank file. 013. Facility number not applicable. IDN. 003-137. Name. Toxic. Classification. Terminated. Containment procedures. Subject is terminated. Description. Toxic is a Canis Infernum hellhound, and he is an aggressive ex-Apex commander who now serves the IRS. He hates everyone who isn't a wolf or hellhound and works as regional commander for Zootopia. He shoots prey and predator alike and operates out of the old ZPD headquarters in the downtown zone, where he has ordered sentry towers, checkpoints and sandbags to reinforce the police station, which is now a military fortress compared to its once office-like appearance. He currently stays in the old chief of police office, where he has decorated the place with clawmark graffiti, burn marks and bullet holes in the photos of Chief Bogo. He wants people to know he was there and to fear him and the desolate remaining population of Zootopia as a reminder of that the once stunning and diverse city is now one under lock and key. During the revolution of Zootopia, where 7 days of massive riots and civil unrest happened, Toxic was hung by the angry mob who overwhelmed the Zootopia Police Department. 7 days later, the IRS military and IRSAF surrounded Zootopia and enforced strict martial law. They shot out the bridges and tunnels connecting Zootopia to the outside world and then began to slaughter anyone who resisted. The IRS regained the city at a huge civilian loss of life. Zootopia is now enforced by extra security, including automated security like sentry towers and Titan death troopers. Location. Zootopia Police Department. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 012 Document 0073, for details related to their Zootopian operations between the years 2281 and 2286. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 012 Document 0074, for details related to the death of subject during the Zootopian Revolution of 2286. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 012 Document 0075, for details related to the aftermath of the Zootopian Revolution. The IRS report, Ref 012 Document 0074, for details related to the death of subject during the Zootopian Revolution of 2286. The sentry towers and reduced death trooper numbers due to the sanctions and restrictions imposed on Regional Commander Toxic lead to weaknesses in security of the Zootopia Police Department, since over 90% of IRS death troopers withdrew from the region to fight along the front line, leaving automated security to do their job. Civilians found blind spots in security patrols and managed to plot overthrow and rebellion. This was fueled by the fact that Toxic was Apex Hellhound, not an official IRS regional commander. This also led to the remaining IRS death troopers helping the rebels because they didn't want to be led by Toxic as well and disapproved of his vows to kill everyone. The IRS death troopers switched off the sentry towers outside of the station and allowed the rioters past, stating in later reports that they were citizens of Zootopia and posed no security risk. The mob killed Toxic and nobody reported his death for 3 weeks, until a SG supply run arrived in Zootopia and found his head on a pike outside of the police department, which was burnt out. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 012 Document 0075, for details related to the aftermath of the Zootopian Revolution. The 6th of December 2286, IRS death troopers disassemble automated security and abolish the previous laws imposed on Zootopia under Toxic. This also led to a new regional commander coming in. This one was IRS certified, and it was former ZPD officer Claw Hauser, who was an IRS death trooper and now the regional commander for Zootopia. He helped assist both death troopers and civilians in reconstruction of Zootopia and its exitings. This allowed Zootopia to flourish once again. However, it was not as diverse or as luring as it once was. It is now a IRS trade hub for both civilians and IRS alike, and the current IRS regional commander, along with the death troopers, promise they will never allow Apex Hellhounds to control them again. The automated security has been reduced to only guard the borders. Train stations and police stations and all the checkpoints have been removed, allowing for free travel once again. In addition to this, the IRS have granted Zootopia $3.5 trillion to help rebuild and have updated their own laws to ban Apex Hellhounds from becoming regional commanders as long as they still possess their Apex forever kill everything mentality. These laws have allowed IRS-run areas to explode with trade and security in Zootopia as a reminder and an example in the training of new regional commanders. Databank file. 014. Facility number not applicable. IDN. 010-010. Name. W01F. Classification. Class 2. Containment procedures. Subject is to be terminated by firing squad with miniguns and flamethrowers, then chopped into bits and disposed of in the sun. Description. W01F is a Canis Infernum hellhound who owns the Firerock nightclub on the planet Firerock. W01F is a DJ and is famous around the galaxy, however he wasn't always called W01F or a famous DJ originally from the underworld. W01F was called Hellbringer. He joined the Apex army at 16 as he wanted to fight for his empire. Fighting alongside the Hellhounds, his platoon invaded Earth looking to feast upon chaos promised by Apex, but the army met something they never expected. The IRS, a army of wolves in red and black combat armor led by the leader, a ruthless lion called Hunter. The two armies fought, but both were powerful and a stalemate arose. After 2 weeks of combat and mass casualties, the Hellhound platoons were hungry and exhausted. The sergeant ordered the soldiers to charge the enemies. Those who left cover were disintegrated by plasma fire and explosions. Witnessing the deaths of all of his beloved Hellhounds opened Apex eyes to the problem he backed himself into. He was ready to raise the white flag. A Hellhound approached the middle of battleground with a white blood-stained rag on top of a pipe. A IRS death trooper approached with a white flag as well, and treaty talks began. Hunter spoke to Apex and they agreed on a treaty. Hunter will allow all of the Apex army to live, however they had to join the IRS. Apex was reluctant at first, but then he found out the IRS wanted the same goals as his own army. That day forth, the Apex army was integrated into the IRS. The Hellhounds enjoyed their newfound freedom and they spread across the IRS empire. Hellbringer was slightly upset that his army he adored was now owned by the enemy at the first conflict, but he quickly accepted fate and decided to join the IRS space carrier engineering fleet. When he arrived at Firerock, he wanted to begin working as soon as possible. Seeing how slow the space carriers were at relaunching after a flight from Earth to Firerock, he decided to work with the cybernetic factory making cyberhounds that would later make 30% of the IRS security force. He made slight modifications to the cyberhounds. He worked on increasing armor strength and reflexes. The entire Y4 series of cyberhound was made by him. He was later fired for the modifications. He decided to buy a old space carrier as he wanted to explore the solar systems. He called the ship the Voyager. From there he plundered pirate spacecraft, taking everything from gold bars to the floor panels. After a few months he constructed a new weapon, the base cannon. This would make anyone in range deaf, and if correct the frequency could make people sleep or make their heads explode. After his travels he returned to Firerock and purchased an underground parking lot, turning it into a rave club. He quickly gained a large attention and after 2 months he began construction of a new nightclub. The W01F tower stands tall with the central zone skyline, and it's a popular destination for nights out and to party. However, with the destruction of Earth, his past will return and haunt him. Location: Firerock Central Zone, Media City, Firerock Nightclub. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 013 Document 0076, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 013 Document 0077, for details related to the current location. Reference: IRS report, Ref 013 Document 0076, for details related to their discovery. W01F, also known as Private Hellbringer, joined the Apex army at 16 and served the Apex army until their defeat at the Battle of Hellgate, where they were then merged into the IRS. IRS report, Ref 013 Document 0077, for details related to the current location. Subject has been sighted at a nightclub he established originally in an underground car park of a tower block, later buying the whole tower and a used warehouse in the southern ports of Firerock. Databank file 015. Facility number not applicable. IDN 010-011. Name B4RK. Classification Class 3. Containment procedures. Subject is to be terminated by firing squad with miniguns and flamethrowers, then chopped into bits and disposed of in the sun. Description: B4RK is a Canis Infernum hellhound, originally serving Apex army but stayed in the IRS after the merging. He worked on the development of Comlink and the MS-930 plasma rifle, but his experimentation grew ever more darker. During the Apex uprising on Firerock, B4RK left Firerock in his custom-built space carrier called B4RK PR-1D3 and began construction on deadly space weapons like death rays and antimatter cannons. He nearly completed a functional space bridge, but it was obliterated by meteorites. So he began to experiment on animal specimens: bear, crocodile and dragon. His space carrier entered a space rip and he entered a space warp where he had enough time to complete the subjects. As he exited the space warp, he arrived at a planet called Withergate. He landed in Sunset City and unleashed bio-warfare upon landing, eradicating the population and running the survivors underground into the subway. He then released his bear known as Heavy, his crocodile known as Boom, and his dragon known as Shadows, and trained them in the use of heavy weapons combat, then let them go into the wild to harass the Darklands Federation. What B4RK didn't expect was the massively expanded Darklands Federation, who was already taking over the Griffinstone Kingdom alongside the arrival of the IRS and the SG-5 Task Force Alpha. B4RK couldn't control his creations and they attacked both Darklands Federation and IRS Titan Gate outpost. This caused the IRS to go to war with the Darklands Federation, plunging Withergate into a dark era of war. B4RK took control of a junkyard with his cyberhounds to repair his space carrier and left, leaving the cyberhounds behind to secure the junkyard for his return. Last known location: Withergate, Sunset City. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 014 Document 0078, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 014 Document 0079, for details related to the current location. References: IRS report, Ref 014 Document 0078, for details related to their discovery. B4RK, also known as Private Fire Claw, joined the Apex Army at 18 and served the Apex Army until their defeat at the Battle of Hellgate, where they were then merged into the IRS. IRS report, Ref 014 Document 0078, for details related to the current location. Subject was last spotted by civilians of Sunset City as he plowed down Main Street in a space carrier and then released a bear, crocodile, and dragon. Then 30 minutes later, launching a canister of a biological disease known as the Dark Zombie Virus, and then left. The virus was blamed on the Darklands Federation, who was invading the Griffinstone Kingdom, who in turn blamed the IRS, who just arrived in the eastern region, who then blamed a local chemical company, who then blamed the Darklands Federation again. The current whereabouts of B4RK is unknown, but it is estimated he is somewhere between the Outer Galaxy and Withergate. Databank file 016. Facility number not applicable. IDN 173-032. Name: LDS Iron Sights. Classification: Class 3. Containment procedures: subject is to be terminated by removal of its skull. Alternatively, placing them in a pressure chamber will explode their brains, effectively terminating them. Description: Iron Sights, a Canis lupus, gray wolf, has been a scout in the acidic, toxic, and irradiated regions of the most dangerous places known to man. He is alive, but it has cost him greatly. His fur falls off, and whatever is left is chunks of gray fur, his skin blistered and sore. His head is stuck in a cubone skull, and because of atmospheric pressure it would kill him if it was removed. He can't take off his armor because it has rusted shut and would be too painful to remove. The paint has corroded off, revealing the silver base, and he is probably gollified. However, he is a skilled gunman and has a 308 hunting rifle that has been modified to the max. He was with the IRS at the Battle of Hoover Dam, the NCR counter-attack on Hopeville, and the collapse in the California-Nevada frontline. Iron Sights took his unit and ventured into the Rocky Mountains, where he met up with a group of U.S. Army soldiers and Brotherhood of Steel exploration units. They all unified as one to stop further NCR expansion past the Rocky Mountains. They later rejoined the IRS as advanced death troopers and commanders. Last known location: Rocky Mountains, Nevada, USA, IRS Outpost Gecko. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 015 Document 0080, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 015 Document 0081, for details related to the current location. References: IRS report, Ref 015 Document 0080, for details related to their discovery. Iron Sights was at a gas station in Rachel, Nevada during the U.S. government raid on the settlement. Upon his return, the settlement had been raided and corpses lined the streets. He packed his truck and went across the Mojave Desert towards California, avoiding the highway, and on October 23, 2077 he watched as Los Angeles was obliterated by multiple nuclear strikes. He scavenged the ruins, becoming gollified, allowing him to survive in the basement of a church. When the food ran out he left, and in 2275 arrived at IRS Military HQ Hopeville, where he rejoined the IRS but didn't stay in the normal soldier ranks due to his appearance, and so he was assigned scouting operations in areas like Devil's Gullet and the toxic Boglands. IRS report, Ref 015 Document 0081, for details related to the current location. Subject has been sighted in the Rocky Mountains at IRS Outpost Gecko. Communications to the outpost have been damaged for 9 years and CB radio communications are patchy. All attempts to install a radio communications tower have failed, and the only form of communication is a griffin who flies from Outpost Gecko to nearby SG-3 Fort Rock. After Fort Rock's destruction, the Griffin now flies to Nellis Air Force Base where it can then be radioed in. Databank file 017. Facility number not applicable. IDN 183-736. Name: Space Carrier Commander Elder Feather Blade. Classification: terminated. Containment procedures: subject is terminated. Description: the original captain for IRS space carrier Solar Shock. Feather Blade led the most feared space assault unit across the galaxy. However, when his space carrier crashed into an uncharted planet, he accepted that nobody was going to rescue them, so he ventured to the highest peak and declared himself Elder Feather Blade of the Peak. Some of the Death Troopers, especially their commanding officers, refused to acknowledge this claim and lived out of the space carrier wreckage. They were shot dead by Feather Blade when he took the space carrier to build a village from it where he lived for the next 45 years before IRS space carrier Star Screech arrived and came to rescue them. Seeing Feather Blade had gone deranged, he had his wings clips set on fire and thrown off the peak into the jagged spikes at the bottom where his corpse now rots to this day. Location: unknown. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 016 Document 0082, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 016 Document 0083, for details related to subject's termination. References: IRS report, Ref 016 Document 0082, for details related to their discovery. Elder Feather Blade, or as his actual name Space Carrier Commander Feather Blade, was employed by the IRS out of Griffinstone, Equestria, as he proved that he could drive cargo airships. So he was given the uniform of IRS Space Carrier Commander, which is a black jumpsuit and captain's cap. However, he couldn't fit into it, so he wore his ceremonial uniform, which was a black cargo shirt and pants with a captain long coat and commander's cap, making himself appear more important than he actually is. Despite this, he commands IRS space carrier Solar Shock, one of the hundreds of space carriers Griffin Engineering created in partnership with the IRSAF. IRS report, Ref 016 Document 0083, for details related to subject's termination. After fighting their way through a thick jungle, they came across a walled-off village. IRSSG Task Force Bravo alongside leading commanding officer Hunter and the 19th IRSAF Space Marine Corps entered the village and discovered that the IRS Death Troopers from the IRS Solar Shock were living in a village. LCO Hunter approached the former space carrier commander Feather Blade. Upon addressing him by his official title, he lost it, turning around about to tear out LCO Hunter's throat before seeing who it was. The IRSAF Space Marines backing him up was about to shoot him dead. LCO Hunter stripped him of his rank and title on the spot, demoting him back to enlisted private, and he lost it, charging Hunter with his long sword. Hunter grabbed the long sword and tore it out of his talons. He then addressed him again, quote, "Enlisted Private Feather Blade, who do you think you are, charging your leading commanding officer like that?" End quote. This sent him into a rage, demanding he be addressed as Elder. He was denied this request, so he flew up and attacked Hunter, where Hunter then grabbed his wings and broke them. He then threw him to the floor, covered him in kerosene and lit him on fire before kicking him over the ridge, impaling him on the jagged rocks below. Bank file 018. Facility number not applicable. IDN 199-969. Name: Shadow Wuffy. Classification: Class 3, assumed terminated. Containment procedures: subject is to be terminated with silver bullets and silver dagger whilst restrained by harness and muzzle on a new moon or half moon. If restraints fail, initiate recapture procedures. Do not attempt to capture on a full moon, blood moon, or lunar eclipse, as subject gains extreme supernatural powers. If mentioned restraints fail, initiate Project Nightstar. Upon containment breach, specialized task force, Wuffy OO, or the Silver Dagger's Death Trooper unit will attempt to capture and contain Wuffy. Upon failure of these task forces, Stage 2 will commence. A Juggernaut or similar unit is to collect a specialized weapon known as a sonic emitter. WO1F has created one known as a base cannon. The subject is to be paralyzed by the high-low frequency emitted. Then a spellcaster elemental master or unit with a portable Stargate cannon is to open a portal to Pandora or Hellgate and send them in. Paralysis will wear off in 1 to 2 hours depending on user, spellcaster, weather and Luna cycle. This is not total termination but a temporary containment procedure estimated to hold subject between 10 and 60 years, where he would regain teleportine powers or develop space travel. Description: Shadow Wuffy is a Canis lupus, black wolf, with the curse of the werewolf. Originally from the planet Pandora, he could be cured by defeating his beast spirit, breaking the curse. However, his beast spirit is too strong and overtook him. He lives in the IRS Hopeville military base and transforms every night, although the full moon will make him the most powerful and savage. He is locked in his room with 2 guards who are specially trained in the combat of werewolves and SCP creatures. Despite these measures, he always escapes via the vents or by overpowering the guards. He was relocated to the XR2 facility before the 2305 meteorite strike of Earth. He was transferred to the Mars installation instead of Firerock. Upon learning this via a jury-rigged radio, he lost it. The ship landed at Firerock and was quickly evacuated before leading commanding officer Hunter and Space Marine Gigabyte flew the ship towards Mars. He talked to Hunter through the walls and then rewired the ship, causing it to crash into Earth's moon. Hunter used a prototype W01F base cannon to disrupt Shadow's werewolf transformation, but in the end had to use his Green Phoenix power to banish him to Hellgate, destroying his body and rendering his soul bound to the underworld and is officially declared terminated. However, he is still alive in Hellgate and it's unknown when he will escape. Location: Hellgate. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0084, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0085, for details related to werewolf attacks. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0086, for details related to subject transferal. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0087, for details related to subject moon battle. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0088, for details related to their termination. References: IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0084, for details related to their discovery. Shadow Wuffy was found on a blood moon by XR2 task force on a sheep farm in Redacted. The whole herd was slaughtered and devoured like a bag of Skittles. The XR2 task force was able to capture the subject but lost 7 juggernauts in the process. He was contained as XR2 but escaped due to unknown means. IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0085, for details related to werewolf attacks. Subject appeared in the IRS PDK-9 unit investigating werewolves. Shadow Wuffy was assigned to look into the werewolf cases on farms around the Vegas area. Of course, they never found out where the werewolf was. So he was then transferred to IRS Hopeville military base to serve as a domestic security K9 unit, where the amount of werewolf cases spiked every night until Redacted discovered subject was the werewolf. Henceforth 2 specialist guards guarded his room and the subject was bound to his bed with straps, ropes, handcuffs, a muzzle and a straitjacket. Somehow he escaped each night until secondary leading commanding officer Bone Strike blew up the moon in half by having plasma overcharge. After that event, subject's power was significantly diminished. IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0086, for details related to subject transferal. On 2305, subject was getting transferred to a Mars installation when Earth was obliterated by meteorites. He was not evacuated to Firerock by orders of the IRS Department of Homeland Security County Commander Lockdown and the Department of Public Nuisances outright banned werewolves on Firerock. When subject learned about his arrangements in protest, he tried diverting the space carrier to Pandora, but the ship's thruster caught a meteorite and they crashed on the moon. IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0087, for details related to subject moon battle. Leading commanding officer Hunter had to defeat a Stage 3 werewolf Shadow Wuffy. Conventional weapons like an assault rifle was useless on the moon's gravity and Hunter could not match the strength of Shadow Wuffy, so he had to terminate him. Since it was W01F space carrier, the Voyager, he had left a large amount of equipment on board. Hunter, not wanting to terminate Wuffy completely by using his Green Phoenix powers, he opted to use W01F base cannon to disable Shadow and send him through a portal to Hellgate. IRS report, Ref 017 Document 0088, for details related to their termination. Upon returning to Firerock, leading commanding officer Hunter had declared Shadow Wuffy terminated. What he failed to mention that the subject was stuck at Hellgate. Despite this, everyone has forgotten about Shadow Wuffy, but he is on the brink of finishing his eternity of Hellgate and will return once again. Databank file 019. Facility number not applicable. IDN 335-520. Name: Secondary Leading Commander of the Elite Death Troopers. SEDC. Grey Claw. Classification: Class 4. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Description: Greyclaw is the new leading commander of the Elite Death Troopers after the death of his predecessor leading commander of the Elite Death Troopers Black Claw at the talons of the Geartail Empire. He was flown in directly from Winterchoke City via helicopter and armed convoy to get to the Elite Death Trooper HQ to become the new Elite Death Trooper leading commander and replace Black Claw. He wears the Mk3 Death Trooper armor in a black color with the Elite Death Trooper insignia on the chestplate and shoulder guard with a duster and sunglasses. He is known to carrying a AK-47. Location: redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 018 Document 0089, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 018 Document 0090, for details related to subject's new rank. References: IRS report, Ref 018 Document 0089, for details related to their discovery. Grey Claw is a original Generation 1 Wolf Trooper who has survived almost all of the conflicts from Hoover Dam to the Geartail Uprising alongside Black Claw. IRS report, Ref 018 Document 0090, for details related to subject's new rank. The current leader Black Claw died during the Geartail Uprising, so Grey Claw became the new leading commander of the Elite Death Troopers. Databank file 020. Facility number not applicable. IDN 349-491. Name: SGS Jet Blast. Classification: terminated. Containment procedures: subject is terminated. Description: subject is a Blastoise who has been neuronetically reassigned and encased in modified power armor to serve as IRS Naval Command Officer, integrated with the IRS cybernet that allows the IRS Department of Homeland Security full control if he goes AWOL, but for the meantime Jetblast has full control. He is the only known elemental master of water, making him one of the last elemental masters in the universe. He served alongside Crusher and Geartail as SG-1 scouts during the Mech's invasion. Jetblast was killed by Apex during the Apex Revolution. Location: unknown. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 019 Document 0091, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 019 Document 0092, for details related to subject's death. References: IRS report, Ref 019 Document 0091, for details related to their discovery. Blastoise was found by one of the many IRS Death Troopers who caught Pokemon during their time serving in the SG Task Force. The Blastoise owned by a Death Trooper who was killed in combat was recovered by a medical officer who experimented with the Blastoise until it became an actual tank. The process, in the doctor's own words, was extremely painful. IRS report, Ref 019 Document 0092, for details related to subject's death. During the Apex Revolution on Firerock, Apex personally wanted Jetblast terminated as he posed a risk. So he ordered him arrested and placed into a box before he shot it with a armor Pickering round, killing Jetblast. Databank file 021. Facility number not applicable. IDN 355-300. Name: LDS Rusty. Classification: Class 2. Containment procedures: subject is to be decapitated and remains incinerated. Description: part of the original settlement, Rusty was captured by the U.S. government shortly before the Great War. The convoy was attacked by the Free States in Texas. Rusty escaped to a bunker for 130 years, after which he traveled back west into Nevada and joined the Brotherhood of Steel at Helios 1, where 5 years later the NCR arrived in Nevada and took Helios 1. Rusty was captured by the NCR and was en route to California, where Caesar's Legion ambushed the NCR caravan. Rusty was taken as a slave before serving as a soldier in the Legion before the First Battle of Hoover Dam. After the defeat of the Legion and Joshua Graham was thrown into the Grand Canyon, Rusty fled the Legion back to Hidden Valley, where he rejoined the Brotherhood of Steel. He was sent east to recover technology from the Pentagon, and after the defeat of the Enclave returned west with the 14th, 17th and 20th Brotherhood of Steel exploration team to report the news to the western chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. They took 4 years to get to Nevada again, where they were met with the NCR invading the Mojave and the IRS weakened, pushing east to escape NCR expansion. They joined the IRS and EORN sites in the Rocky Mountains at IRS Fort Rock and Outpost Foxtrot. This helped the IRS defend the mountains and push back the NCR. The bolstered IRS forces reclaimed Hopeville and Big MT, allowing the restart of Wolf Trooper production. Shortly after the Hopeville massacre, Rusty and the eastern chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel joined the IRS-SG task forces to help claim Stargates. Later in the year 2305, Rusty became the leader of the IRS-PD Riot Division of Firerock. During the second invasion of Firerock by Geartail temporarily became leading commander of the elite Death Troopers when Black Claw died and they were awaiting arrival of Grey Claw. Location: Firerock Central Zone, Titan Death Trooper Storage Center. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0093, for details related to their capture pre-2077. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0094, for details related to subjects' service with the Brotherhood of Steel at Helios 1. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0095, for details related to subjects' service with Caesar's Legion. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0096, for details related to subjects' service with the Brotherhood of Steel in the Eastern Chapters. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0097, for details related to their service on Earth with the IRS. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0098, for details related to their service on Firerock with the IRS. References: IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0093, for details related to their capture pre-2077. Rusty was captured by the U.S. government shortly before the Great War. The convoy was attacked by the Free States in Texas. Rusty escaped to a bunker for 130 years, after which he traveled back west into Nevada. IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0094, for details related to subjects' service with the Brotherhood of Steel at Helios 1. After arriving in Nevada, Rusty joined the Brotherhood of Steel at Helios 1, where 5 years later the NCR arrived in Nevada and took Helios 1. Rusty was captured by the NCR and was en route to California to be sent to a prison, where Caesar's Legion ambushed the NCR caravan. Rusty was taken as a slave. IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0095, for details related to subjects' service with Caesar's Legion. Rusty was taken as a slave, later becoming a soldier in the Legion before the First Battle of Hoover Dam. After the defeat of the Legion and Joshua Graham was thrown into the Grand Canyon, Rusty fled the Legion back to Hidden Valley, where he rejoined the Brotherhood of Steel. IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0096, for details related to subjects' service with the Brotherhood of Steel Eastern Chapter. Rusty was informed of the current situation with the West Coast Brotherhood and their lockdown policy, but was sent east to recover technology from the Pentagon. After the defeat of the Enclave by the Eastern Chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel, he returned west with the 14th, 17th and 20th Brotherhood of Steel Exploration Party to report the news to the Western Chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. They took 4 years to get to Nevada. IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0097, for details related to their service on Earth with the IRS. Upon arriving in Nevada, they were met with the NCR invading the Mojave and the IRS weakened, pushing east to escape NCR expansion. They joined the IRS in the Rocky Mountains and at IRS Fort Rock and Outpost Foxtrot. This helped the IRS defend the mountains and push back the NCR. The bolstered IRS forces reclaimed Hopeville and Big MT, allowing the restart of Wolf Trooper production. Shortly after the Hopeville massacre, Rusty and the Eastern Chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel Exploration Forces joined the IRS-SG task forces to help claim Stargates. IRS report, Ref 020 Document 0098, for details related to their service on Firerock with the IRS. In the year 2305, Rusty became the leader of the IRS-PD Riot Division of Firerock, and during the second invasion of Firerock by Geartail temporarily became leading commander of the elite Death Troopers when Blackclaw died and they were awaiting arrival of Greyclaw. Databank file 022. Facility number not applicable. IDN 453-766. Name: Geartail. Classification: Class 3. Containment procedures: Subject is to be decapitated and remains incinerated. Description: Originally the leader of the 115th IRS Wolf Trooper Exploration Task Force, Geartail was on an assignment by Apex to secure the SG-37 technologies. They found a hostile environment. Geartail was shot with a railgun by a sniper and lost his tail. He ditched his equipment to move quicker and escape the sniper. When scouts found the tail, they assumed he was killed and dismantled SG-37 to create the portable Stargate cannon, leaving Geartail trapped in the dimension with nobody coming back for him. However, after 23 years he constructed a crude makeshift Stargate and returned during the dark zombie pandemic caused by the collapse of Apex. He gathered his old unit and traveled to a oil rig in the Southern Sea under the guise of they were going to hold out the zombie outbreak. When they all arrived on the oil rig, he begun inviting them into his office one by one. He then turned onto his own unit, biting them, turning them into lizards, allowing his army to grow, locking them in the boiler room and forcing them to lay eggs to grow his army. He has successfully invaded Firerock twice and killed Hunter the High Lion once. This has made him hated amongst almost everyone. After Hunter's death, he expanded into central and southern Firerock, taking full control, turning everyone into lizards for 19 years. Hunter returned, where he fire-punched Gear Tail into oblivion before chopping his head off and burning the corpse to be sure he was dead. Location: Firerock Southern Sea Oil Refinery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0099, for details related to their service in the IRS. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0100, for details related to subject's first invasion of Firerock. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0101, for details related to subject's second invasion of Firerock. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0102, for details related to subject's termination. References: IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0099, for details related to their service in the IRS. Leader of the 115th IRS Wolftrooper Exploration Task Force, Gear Tail was on an assignment by Apex to secure the SG-37 technologies. They found a hostile environment. Gear Tail was shot with a railgun by a sniper and lost his tail. They assumed he was killed and dismantled SG-37 to create the portable Stargate cannon, leaving Gear Tail trapped in the dimension for 23 years. This is where they assume he got the idea that reptilians are superior. IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0100, for details related to subject's first invasion of Firerock. He invaded Firerock during the dark zombie pandemic caused by the collapse of Apex. He gathered his old unit and turned them into lizards and attempted to take over Firerock, but failed as they were killed along with the zombies. Gear Tail escaped to a oil rig in the Southern Sea. IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0101, for details related to subject's second invasion of Firerock. Gear Tail lured and killed Hunter on a oil rig and expanded into central and southern Firerock, taking full control and turning everyone into lizards for 19 years. Until Hunter returned and eradicated all of the lizards by using Project Strike Back, where nuclear bombs would flatten the central and southern zones of Firerock. IRS report, Ref 021 Document 0102, for details related to subject's termination. Hunter fire-punched Gear Tail into oblivion before chopping his head off and burning the corpse to be sure he was dead. Bank File 023. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 510-001. Name: Commander Crusher of SG-5 Task Force Alpha. SG-5-TFA Classification Class 3. Containment Procedures. Subject's hammer is to be removed, then their head is to be decapitated and remains incinerated. Description: part of the SG-5 Task Force Alpha, Commander Crusher is infamous for his giant golden warhammer and short fuse with a lot of rage. He managed to get to commander rank by smashing those who refused to promote him. Location: SG-5 Command Center, Firerock. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 022 Document 0103, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 022 Document 0104, for details related to subject's service in the IRS. References: IRS report, Ref 022 Document 0103, for details related to their discovery. Subject grew up in the Arctic zone of northern Firerock, stealing a golden warhammer from an elite death trooper. When he couldn't sell it, he kept it and begun to use it, becoming stronger and stronger. When the IRSPD and the elite death trooper found them, he smashed the elite death trooper dead and was arrested by the IRSPD, and as part of his sentencing he would have to replace that elite death trooper by serving in the SG-5 task force. IRS report, Ref 022 Document 0104, for details related to subject's service in the IRS. Subject became a commander by smashing those who refused to promote him. He then used his threatening abilities to force villages to his side or eat his hammer. Databank File 024. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 510-003. Name: Lieutenant 3 of Clubs of SG-5 Task Force Alpha. SG-5-TFA Classification. Class 4. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Description: part of the SG-5 Task Force Alpha, Lieutenant 3 of Clubs earned his rank through combat and is the only honest person within SG-5 Task Force Alpha. He rightfully deserves the rank as commander, but he is under special orders from the IRS Department of Homeland Defense to keep an eye on Commander Crusher and report his actions back to the department due to his unpredictable nature. He is usually dropped in places where the IRS don't have strong ties to, like Withergate and the underworld. 3 of clubs carries a long-range radio communications pack on his back at all times but fits into his task force by wearing a head of a snowhound he killed for disobedience. He wears the head to make him look insane so his other soldiers don't become suspicious. Location. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 023 Document 0105, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 023 Document 0106, for details related to subject service in the IRS. References. IRS report, Ref 023 Document 0105, for details related to their discovery. Lieutenant 3 of clubs previously served as an elite death trooper and was given the orders by the IRS Department of Homeland Security to join the SG-5 Task Force Alpha to spy on Commander Crusher and report back his actions. IRS report, Ref 023 Document 0106, for details related to subject service in the IRS. Lieutenant 3 of clubs has reported Commander Crusher maiming and killing civilians to get information including destroying civilian property and unjustified punishments. Bank File 025. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 514-241. Name Darkness Lion. Classification Class 4. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Description. One of the original 13 elements and one of the 4 that need to be contained. Darkness Lion is a dark mutant lion, Panthera leo, that is stuck in the Mk1 Hellfire armor with a muzzle welded onto him for everyone's safety. He is the protector of Hellgate but prefers to leave it to his dark guards whilst he stays in the Dark Island fortress overlooking his dockyards, mines and quarry. Location. Fire Rock Southern Zone, Dark Island Fortress. Refer to the Apex Patrol Report, Ref 024 Document 0107, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS Report, Ref 024 Document Search 0108, for details related to subject service in the IRS. References. Apex Patrol Report, Ref 024 Document 0107, for details related to their discovery. Subject was discovered by Apex Patrol Unit in Hellgate. The subject was fighting Seaber's Guardian of Hell and defeated them, thus becoming the Guardian of Hellgate. The subject is an entity of pure darkness with large crystal spikes. IRS Report, Ref 024 Document 0108, for details related to subject service in the IRS. Subject is Elemental Master of Darkness and was granted IRS protection after a classified deal with Hunter allowing Darkness Lion Island off the coast of southern Fire Rock to mine dark crystals and drill for oil. He is also not bound by the law allowing him to use prisoners from local prisons as unpaid labor. Databank File 026. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 738-827. Name HSCF Lockdown. Classification Class 3. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Description. Lockdown is something else. He is a IRS Dragon Death Trooper who commands Fire Rock security and helps monitor all 865,000 security cameras in Central Fire Rock. He was made a co-commander due to his growing destructive tendencies and the fact that he is over 10,000 years old. He was joined by Earth's former head of security Firewall due to the fact that he had more experience in security and combat and was serving as the IRS head of Homeland Defense before the destruction of Earth. He was then assigned as co-commander of Fire Rock Security before being made to retire 6 years later. Location. Fire Rock Central Security Tower. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 025 Document 0109, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 025 Document 0110, for details related to subject service in the IRS. References. IRS Report, Ref 024 Document 0107, for details related to their discovery. Subject was recruited by the IRSAF Equestrian Dragon Branch and climbed the ranks before getting transferred to IRSAF Searchlight Dragon Squadron and then getting noticed for his perimeter defense and security skills and was made head of security on Fire Rock. IRS Report, Ref 024 Document 0108, for details related to subject service in the IRS. Subject is head of security on Fire Rock using the IRSPD as an extension of his power. He personally watches Fire Rock from the Central Zone Security Tower. In a room of 865,000 CCTV camera monitors, if he spots something he radios it in. He enjoys breaking up protesters and being cynical. Databank File 027. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 873-139. Name LCOA scratches. Classification Class 4. Containment procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Defense. Description. Leading commanding officer of the IRSAF scratches is a Griffin who is from the Mojave Wasteland and from the 2077 settlement. He escaped capture by the government and he flew to Mount Charleston and lived in the caverns until the nuclear fallout settled. He then emerged from the caves to the resort that had all the people killed by radioactive fallout. He stayed in the resort cabins until the mutants came. At first they ignored him. Dr. Henry arrived from the enclave and Scratches went to talk to him and help with his research into the cure for Nightkin. He also worked on a side project that was known as a portal gun. When the IRS established their grounds in the Mojave, Scratches rejoined them, leading the IRS and establishing the IRSAF from Nellis Air Base alongside the Boomers, before later extending the IRSAF with IRSAF Searchlight Air Base, IRSAF Hopeville Air Command and IRSAF Silverbell Air Base. After the NCR assault on Hopeville, the IRSAF relocated to Griffin Edge Equestrian Headquarters and Griffin Canyon, where the IRSAF continued to operate alongside Nellis, Searchlight, Hopeville and Fire Rock Air Bases. Location. IRSAF Griffin's Edge Equestria. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 026 Document 0111, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 026 Document 0112, for details related to subject's service in the IRS. References refer to the IRS report, Ref 026 Document 0111, for details related to their discovery. A IRS Death Trooper patrol around Outer Vegas discovered a wasteland Griffin. Upon taking the Griffin to LCO Hunter, he knew who he was and allowed him to join the IRS, and after the IRS secured Hoover Dam from the NCR, Scratches was made head of the IRSAF out of the Boomers and Nellis Air Force Base. IRS Report, Ref 026 Document 0112, for details related to subject's service in the IRS. The subject has been on multiple operations, but their main operational area is Equestria at IRS established Griffin's Edge Air Base HQSG Command Center and Military Base. He helps recruit Griffins and train them to become pilots and Griffin Death Troopers. When he isn't training soldiers, he is ordering them to relocate ponies from the North Zone to the South Zone. After the Equestrian campaign, Scratches was given a large amount of resources and wealth. Upon returning to Fire Rock, receiving the Golden IRSAF PA, the only one ever rewarded to a Griffin. Databank File 028. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 873-149. Name Commanding Officer of the IRS Shock Troopers Unit, also referred to as Cost Commander Sparks. Classification Class 3. Containment Procedures. Subject is to be terminated by plunging them in ice water, drowning them. Description. Commanding Officer of IRS Shock Troopers Sparks was previously a SG-1 engineer who was involved in an accident that gave him electrical powers. Hunter took this into mind and gave him the title Commanding Officer of the Shock Troopers. Location. IRS Hopeville Military Base, Nevada, USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 027 Document 0113, for details related to their discovery. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 027 Document 0114, for details related to subject's service in the IRS. References. IRS report, Ref 027 Document 0113, for details related to their discovery. Sparks was originally part of the SG-1 engineering crew during regular maintenance. Sparks was accessing the fusion core ports, fixing the connection when the SG-1 Stargate was activated. Sparks was shocked with high voltage, flinging him into a wall. He was in a coma for 5 weeks and then awoke with electrical powers. IRS report, Ref 027 Document 0114, for details related to subject's service in the IRS. Upon awaking from a coma, subject had strong electrical powers. Upon seeing this, he was made commanding officer for the newly established IRS Shock Troopers. Upon this, he has currently served 12 combat missions. Databank File 029. Facility Number Not Applicable. IDN 888-240. Name LCON Sharkbite. Classification Class 3. Containment Procedures. Subject is to be terminated by firing squad with miniguns and flamethrowers, then chopped into bits and disposed of in the sun. Description. The leading commanding officer for the IRS Navy and Coast Guard Sharkbite is a genetically modified tiger shark and gray wolf hybrid known as a sharkwolf or Canis lupus galeocerto cuvier. During the NCR counter-attack he broke off from the IRS and began to make an island from shipwrecks in the Pacific Ocean. He ruled the coastal cities until the IRS defeated the NCR and then disbanded the IRS Navy with a fleet of fishing boats. They then nuked the island, destroying all of the Sharkwolves' legacy Sharkbite, and Sharkwolves would later be allowed back on Firerock under strict regulation. They are also sterilized to prevent them multiplying and outpopulating the wolves to avoid it happening again. Location: Pacific Ocean. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 028, Document 0115, for details related to their creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 028, Document 0116, for details related to subject service in the IRS. References: IRS report, Ref 028, Document 0115, for details related to their creation. Sharkbite is a genetically modified tiger shark gray wolf hybrid known as a sharkwolf Canis lupus galeocerto cuvier, made by the IRS at the Big Mount Splicing Labs by crossing a gray wolf Canis lupus and the tiger shark galeocerto cuvier. IRS report, Ref 028, Document 0116, for details related to subject service in the IRS. Sharkbite is the alpha sharkwolf and commands the IRS Navy and Coast Guard under strict supervision and sanctions by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense to prevent them going rouge or uprising. They have been sterilized after the California-Nevada War. Databank File 030. Facility Number XR2. IDN XR2-003. Name Buzzard. Classification Class 2. Containment Procedures. Subject is to remain in the XR2 facility until redeployment. Elimination protocol for subject is for the subject is to have its wings bound and limbs tied together and then flung off into the sun. Description: a part of the XR2 Task Force, Buzzard is a Griffin Wolf hybrid equipped with Mk3 Death Trooper armor and a Mk3 tri-laser rifle. He is from the XR2 facility, one of the few XR facilities that still remain under IRS control. The XR2 facility was a bunker for testing new super soldiers and containing powerful entities. Buzzard works with his own Cyberhound made from scrap parts and leads units within the XR Task Force. Location: XR2 facility. Redacted. USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 029, Document 0117, for details related to their creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 029, Document 0118, for details related to subject service in the IRS. References: IRS report, Ref 029, Document 0117, for details related to their creation. Buzzard was the experimental splicing of two foreign creatures, a surplus and outdated Mk2 Death Trooper and an equestrian griffin from Griffinstone Equestria. The result was Buzzard with strong characteristics of neither. Instead, a merger of both the skills of the Death Trooper and the modified body of the Griffin. It was equipped with a gun and some armor, and its skill was unmatched, so the subject was assigned to the XR2 Facility Task Force. IRS report, Ref 029, Document 0118, for details related to subject service in the IRS. Outside previous testing environments in the Mojave Wasteland and the XR2 facility, Buzzard didn't see live combat until the Equestrian campaign, where he was deployed alongside a new unit of Apex Hellhounds. Despite training, the Hellhounds regressed into their feral state and tore Ponyville to shreds. Only a few escaped. Buzzard hid in a basement and constructed a Cyberhound out of scrap parts he found. When the Death Trooper unit arrived, they eliminated the Hellhounds and discovered Buzzard in the basement, where he was then redeployed to Canterlot for the assault on the castle of the Two Sisters, where he and LCOA Scratches held off the Wonder Bolts in a display of brutal air combat. No one from the Wonder Bolts survived and nobody remained to defend Cloudsdale, leading to rebels capturing the Rainbow Factory. Buzzard was later redeployed again in a Griffin Death Trooper unit to recapture the Rainbow Factory, but the factory was rigged to explode, leading to the fall of Cloudsdale. Buzzard evaded capture by the Royal Equestrian Guards and defended Hopeville from the Solar Empire. Upon the defeat of Celestria, the Lunar Republic and the IRS made an alliance and split Equestria in halves, north and south, with the north occupied by the IRS. Buzzard was deployed in his original XR task force to conduct raids alongside 15 other Death Trooper units on northern Equestrian settlements. Those who still remain were relocated south. Those who refused to move were terminated after the major villages and towns were cleared of civilians. Buzzard was sent back to the XR2 facility to await redeployment. Databank File 031. Facility Number XR2. IDN XR2-008. Name Dr. Sawblade. Classification Class 3. Containment Procedures. Subject may have free roam of low security sections of the facilities outside of lockdown procedures. Subject is to also have full access to the medical bay and any requested equipment required for medical purposes due to subject being the designated medical doctor on site. Termination protocol for the subject is to have its head removed and corpse incinerated. Description: Dr. Sablade, also known as the Deathclaw Doctor, is the head medic at the XR2 facility. He was a well-respected IRS CMAP medic but was fatally wounded by a landmine tearing off his whole lower body and half his right arm. Doctors had to act quickly to save his life, but they were only neuroscientists and transplant specialists. They didn't know how to deal with something as bad as this. In the opposite room was captured Enclave technology from Raven Rock. It was a Deathclaw. The doctors, with no other choice, decided to upload his brain into the Deathclaw body. The doctor made a full recovery with full memories and knowledge, but had to learn how to use his new body from the ground up. He had to learn how to talk, then how to walk, and after a lot of practice on prisoners, the doctor was a doctor again. But due to his now large body and the fact that he is a Deathclaw, he has been removed from the role of combat medic and is now the medic for the XR2 facility. Although Dr. Sablade hates his body, he has been trying to create a new one from genetically modified Deathclaws to make them more smaller and smarter. Location: XR2 facility, redacted, USA. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 030 Document 0119, for details related to their service before the operation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 030 Document 0120, for details related to their service after the operation. References: IRS report, Ref 030 Document 0119, for details related to their service before the operation. Dr. Sablade was rushing over to a wounded Death Trooper unit in the middle of a minefield. What the medic did not know is that he stood directly on a landmine and blew himself up. Nearby medics and other Death Troopers managed to evacuate Dr. Sablade before he died, and they transplanted his brain into a Deathclaw. IRS report, Ref 030 Document 0120, for details related to their service after the operation. Upon awaking, Dr. Sablade had to learn how to walk, talk, and do surgery again. For 5 years he practiced on prisoners at the Smog Valley Correctional Facility. However, he often butchered the bodies beyond saving. He eventually got the hang of it and is now the head medic at the XR2 facility. He is genetically modifying Deathclaws to make them smaller and stronger due to his large stature, making him unable to board APC or cargo planes and enter combat situations where he can save the wounded.
The XR files are protected by the data lockdown system and are only for authorized users. Anyone who is unauthorized will be arrested or shot dead. The following files are heavily censored for Homeland Security purposes. The information contained within may be censored, redacted, and restricted to those without prior permission from the Department of Homeland Security.
Databank File 032. Facility Number XR4. IDN. XR4-010. Name Darkclaw/Darkscale. Classification Class 4.
Redacted.
Containment Procedures.
Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security.
Description:
This information is redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Only authorized users can view this information.
Subject is identified as both reptilian or wolf but is made of Deathclaw and wolf. Subject was part of the XR2 task force.
Redacted.
Subject is fireborn thanks to
Redacted.
giving his powers to make subject fireborn. Subject's main objective is to collect
Redacted.
amount of holotapes left by
Redacted.
Cross Firerock in the event of Project Nightstar. Information on Project Nightstar is
Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security.
Subject's real name is
Redacted.
or
Redacted.
or other names like Darkclaw or Darkscale or Darkfire. Exact details on subject name is
Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security.
and will only be referred to as its number, XR2-010, on which its transferal to
Redacted facility.
will be reissued as XR4-010. For further information, see Head of XR2 Security.
Redacted.
OR Head of XR4 Security.
Redacted.
Location.
Redacted.
Refer to the IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0121, for details related to subject's creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0122, for details related to subject operation in XR2. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0123, for details related to subject operation in XR4. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0124, for details related to subject assignment.
Refer to the IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0125 for details related to subject becomes self-aware.
Refer to the IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0126 for details related to subject's objective in Project Nightstar. References. IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0121 for details related to subject's creation.
Data redacted by the Department of Homeland Security.
IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0122 for details related to subject operation in XR2. Subject's operations in XR2 facility is to gain training from combat expert.
Redacted.
And get equipped at quartermaster.
Redacted.
Before proceeding to the assigned objective at 2 a.m. on.
Date redacted.
IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0123 for details related to subject operation in XR4. Subject is to remain within the XR4 facility and await for deployment on Project Nightstar. If subject is to die before objective is reached, dispose of the corpse by chopping it into bits and serving it as a stew in the
facility. Redacted.
Canteen. Remains should be ground down and disposed of in a range of methods including dumping down the toilet, burying remains, disposal by medical waste, biohazardous waste, chemical waste, general waste and recycling. If anything remains, scatter it amongst dead bodies waiting to be buried. IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0124 for details related to subject assignment. Subject is to collect
redacted
amount of holotapes and proceed with Project Nightstar objectives contained on the holotape.
IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0125 for details related to subject becomes self-aware. Shred all evidence and terminate all employees who know or have worked on the project. A specialized task force will be dispatched to your location in 30 minutes to 3 hours.
IRS report, Ref 031 Document 0126 for details related to subject's objective in Project Nightstar.
Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security.
Additional notes. 1.
If anyone asks, deny it.
2.
Self-termination is required if you have information on this subject. This file is protected by the IRS Department of Homeland Defense.
Databank File 033. Facility Number XR4. IDN, XR4-011. Name Red Glory. Classification Class 4. Classified. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Description. Red Glory is a red and black griffin from the XR2 facility. He was made from the DNA of LCO Hunter and LCOA scratches and implanted with advanced technology like auto-targeting and self-healing in plants. Red Glory earned his name by slaughtering entire camps of NCR troopers and killing any pony in his sight, often covered in the blood of his foes. He is feared even amongst the XR2 population. He is respected and the task forces fight alongside him. However, Red Glory often gets the most kills, earning him the most loot. Red Glory worked with the XR2 task force, but sometimes he is called into the IRSAF to deal with more complex targets. He listens to nobody but LCO Hunter and LCOA scratches, and when a commanding officer talks to him he says nothing. During the collapse of Earth in 2305, Red Glory was transferred from the XR2 facility to the XR4 facility on Fire Rock. However, most of the XR2 facility never got transferred. Location. Redacted. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 032 Document 0127 for details related to subject's creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 032 Document 0128 for details related to subject operations in the XR2 facility task force. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 032 Document 0129 for details related to subject operations in the XR4 facility task force. References. IRS report, Ref 032 Document 0127 for details related to subject's creation. Subject was created by combining the DNA of both LCO Hunter and LCOA scratches to create Red Glory. Further information is redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Security. IRS report, Ref 032 Document 0128 for details related to subject operations in the XR2 facility task force. During subject's operations under the XR2 facility task force, Red Glory would be transported by cargo plane to the battle site and airdropped alongside paratroopers and Titan mechs. Their job was to distract gunfire from Red Glory whilst he descended over the enemy location. He would then swoop down into the area and tear them to shreds, often getting covered in blood, hence his name Red Glory. IRS Report, Ref 032 Document 0129, for details related to subject operations in the XR4 Facility Task Force. After the events of 2305, Red Glory was transferred to the XR4 facility awaiting redeployment. However, in the meantime, he can freely roam the facility, which has been expanded with new rooms. Under no circumstances must the subject leave the facility unless ordered to by LCO Hunter or LCOA Scratches. Databank File 034. Facility Number XR3. IDN, XR3-001. Name X11 Cyberhound. Classification Class 4 Redacted. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Description. X11 is a cyberhound designed to manage and maintain the Sunstone Space Transporter maintenance and security operations. X11 is a Mk4 Cyberhound prototype out of 152 units onboard the space transporter and is the designated leader. Previously, the X-Series Mk4 Cyberhounds were only used in the XR1 and XR3 facilities as automated security and maintenance due to the security risk organic workers posed. X11 is fully self-aware and has full emotional controls compared to the other series of Cyberhounds, as the X-Series was a limited and classified production. X11 is equipped with a twin 50 caliber mounted machine guns on his back, as well as integrated systems on board the space transporter like CCTV, automated attack drones, and external weapons like the main 2 tri-plasma rail cannons and 125mm minigun turrets around the ship, also including the remote control missiles. Location: Sunstone Military Base, Redacted, USA. Refer to the IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0130, for details related to subject's creation. Refer to the IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0131, for details related to subject's operational procedures in the XR3 facility. Refer to the IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0132, for details related to subject's operations on board the Sunstone Space Transporter. Refer to the IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0133, for details related to subject's operational procedures on FireRock. References: IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0130, for details related to subject's creation. The Mk4 Cyberhound X series was a limited production at Redacted. Military Industrial Complex on FireRock. The series was made by head of the IRSAF Space Marines. Redacted. Head of the IRS Department of Homeland Security. Redacted. And leading commanding officer. Redacted. 250 units was produced for all the XR facilities, however XR1 was destroyed and XR2 refused to take any, therefore the remaining units was transferred to maintain and secure the Sunstone Space Transporter. IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0131, for details related to subject's operations in the XR3 facility. The Mk4 Cyberhound X series was deployed in the XR3 facility as janitorial staff because the organic workers posed a security risk due to the SCP entities kept at the XR3 facility. After SCP Redacted was removed from the facility, the X series of Cyberhounds was split between the XR4 facility and Sunstone Military Base. IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0132, for details related to subject's operations on board Sunstone Space Transporter. The remaining units of the Mk4 Cyberhound X series was transferred to the Sunstone Space Transporter to maintain and secure the site from the feral ghouls on the airstrip at the Sunstone Military Base. IRS Report, Ref 033 Document 0133, for details related to subject operation on FireRock. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Databank File 035. Facility Number XR4. IDN, XR4-001. Name Plasma Wing. Classification Class 4. Classified. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Description. Plasma Wing is a IRS-created dragon by using a combination of IRS bioengineering and Night Fury DNA stolen from Toothless when he was captured and had his blood and scales taken before getting hung in a net on a tree, being found and released by Hiccup. Part of the IRS-SG exploration plan for Burke, the Outcast Islands and the rest of the lands was the IRS battle superstructure hidden as an island, allowing the IRS to hide as another Viking settlement whilst integrating their forces into the lands. They stole dragons from Burke to get their DNA to create dragon clones. However, Burke got wise to the IRS plans and attacked Concrete Island, causing all the DNA to be lost to fire, apart from Toothless DNA that was transported out of the labs into FireRock, along with the Book of Dragons. And thus, with stolen enclave technology, the Book of Dragons and the Night Fury DNA LCO Hunter had all the required materials needed. SLCO Bone Strike volunteered for the experiment, stating, quote, "If this experiment is going to work, it needs more biological tissue, and I'm here now, so I may as well do it." End quote. This experiment fused SLCO Bonestrike's DNA with the Night Fury DNA, creating a hybrid of the two. A green plasma-infused Night Fury called XR4-001. Or its more common nickname, Plasma Wing. The experiment was a complete success, however, no more Night Fury DNA exists in biostorage, therefore Plasma Wing is the first and most likely the only one of its kind. Plasma Wing served the IRSAF at Searchlight Air Base before being transferred to the XR4 facility in 2304. Location: redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0134, for details related to subjects pre-creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0135, for details related to subject creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0136, for details related to subject service in the IRSAF. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0137, for details related to subject operations in the XR4 facility. References: IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0134, for details related to subject's creation. Plasma Wing is a clone of Night Fury DNA and IRS bioengineering, and was the first XR4 subject created in the FireRock XR4 facility. Plasma Wing is a combination of. Further details redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Security. IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0136, for details related to subject service in the IRSAF. Plasma Wing served the IRSAF at Searchlight Air Base, fighting with the Dragon Platoon on the California-Nevada frontline. Further information is redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Security. IRS report, Ref 034 Document 0137, for details related to subject operations in the XR4 facility. This information is redacted by the IRS Department of Homeland Security. Databank File 036. Facility Number XR4. IDN, XR4-002. Name Blue. Classification Class 4. Classified. Containment Procedures. Redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Description: created after a seek and recover raid on the Jurassic Park island, Blue was made by stealing the data and DNA from the labs during an animal breakout. The subject was made in the XR4 facility by using the recovered data and DNA. Thanks to IRS bioengineering and reverse-engineered enclave technology, a brain was custom-made for the subject so it can understand commands and speak words. Subject was mobile and healthy, so was assigned to the XR4 task force. Blue was equipped with specially adapted Deathclaw combat armor with a .50 caliber machine gun mounted to both shoulder plates. Subject is allowed limited access to the assigned designated residential area of the XR4 facility, and 2 weeks before being deployed is to be kept in a cage and then airdropped into the battlefield. Location: redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 035 Document 0138, for details related to subject's creation. Refer to the IRS report, Ref 035 Document 0139, for details related to subject operations in the XR4 facility. References: IRS report, Ref 035 Document 0138, for details related to subject creation. Data redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. IRS report, Ref 035 Document 0139, for details related to subject operation in the XR4 facility. Data redacted by the Department of Homeland Security. Additional notes: 1. Subject was made from the DNA of a raptor. 2. Subject is airdropped onto the battlefield. This file is protected by the IRS Department